And it seemed like you got better in that matchup with Julius as the game wore on. Basically, what were you just thinking, expecting from that challenge in the first place? And I guess as you get past that first quarter, just what did you kind of figure out about how to defend him?
Be physical, get underneath him, pressure him no matter where he is on the floor. As soon as he catches the ball, make him uncomfortable. And got to show my hands. I got to do a better job of showing my hands.
What obviously after Friday, after you guys lost when you had a 13-point lead, Tyrese said something about that's one of the two toughest things you have to do is figure out how to hold a lead when you're a young team. And where are you kind of seeing the struggles with that right now?
Yeah, we gotta finish games. We were playing well for like 4.5 quarters, and those last 6 minutes, we're we're losing it at the end. So we got to figure that out. We got to fix that, and we will. And when we do, we'll be just fine.
Aaron, you guys, Aaron, you guys play fast so often. When the game slows down at the end, can it be hard to adjust when you're used to a certain speed and style to the slowed down kind of game late like that?
Sorry, I missed you. I missed you. Sorry.
You guys play fast, take pride in playing fast. When late in games things slow down and the game naturally slows down, is it hard for you guys to kind of adjust to that new sort of style, you feel like?
We got to do a better job of making sure we continue our fast-paced play and not slow down. That's something we talked about before the game, and that's something we're gonna have to focus on doing moving forward.
6 points in the last 5 minutes or so. What did you see as the biggest hurdle for your offense down the stretch?
Just got
Both
to
of you.
play faster and do what we did for the first 42 minutes of the game.
Buddy, after the game on Friday, Tyrese said basically that one of the two things you have to learn how to do as a team, as a young team, is one is to learn how to play from behind. When you've fallen behind, you guys have learned how to do that, but you haven't necessarily proven that you can hold leads. I guess you've been around the league for a long time. What makes a team eventually good at holding a lead, and what's kind of the maturity process that requires?
I think what holds the lead is number one. I think that's being poised in those situations. Have an aggressive mindset, but be more under control of, like what's a great shot, what's not a good shot. And come down putting the ball in the hole, man. Like, there's NBA players, regardless of what you do, you got to put the ball in the hole. If somebody comes and score, like if somebody's down 7.6 points, we know teams are on attack, so we got to find a way. Whoever's team, it's not one body. Us as a team collectively have to figure out how we can get the ball moving to get us a great shot and put the ball in the hole to stop the bleeding. And we didn't do that in the last 4 or 5 games, as you can see. We dodged a bullet with Golden State too, and what we win, a win is a win. But those last 5 games, it's games that we all agreed in this room that we had won, but we didn't close out. So if we could man up and just take ownership, everybody who was on the court, find a way to put in the ball in the hole, stop the bleeding, and get our defense set, because once we don't score, they came back down, and we are not in positions. They got a 3, they got a layup, so just got to figure it out, man.
But he kind of to that point in those late game situations, is it like a guy or two that needs to help get things reorganized, or?
I just said it. It's us. It's on everybody collectively. Just us settling down and just making the play to get the ball in the basket and get a great quality shot. And if we miss, we miss. But us going down and we controlling what we control and we can put the ball in the basket and start the bleeding, get stops, and then come back down and start the bleeding, and then get the crowd into the game, and then we all settle. But we can't be in a rattle situation where we taking bad shots or something like that, and after that, giving the opportunity to score, and after that, we don't. Then we looking around, and then everybody's like, "Oh shit," So we just gotta stay together. Forget the young group. I'm thinking, guys are putting themselves in position to win. It's just like you guys say, bring hard to close, and that's what that's the mindset.
And Aaron, a couple games ago, you had a shoulder. Tonight, you're holding your knee a little bit. Is all that all good? And then, what did it mean for you to come out and do what you were able to do individually?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just bumped knees in the second quarter, so I'm all right. It's good to be hitting shots and playing well on both sides of the ball and being a two-way player and contributing to winning. It's always fun to do.
great basketball game, very highly competitive, and it came down to the razor thin margins of plays at the end of the game, and so they made some big plays, and we were unable, and so that's the difference. There's so many positives in this game, except the result, and some of the things that we didn't do well down the stretch. But we'll learn and keep working on things and get better.
You talked about some of the things you didn't like about your late game offense Friday before this game. Today, did you see some similar issues, different issues? What did you see cause you guys to kind of sputter in the last 5 minutes?
Well, New York made some big shots and some big plays offensively. I thought we were very unlucky on our challenge because Randall had his arm wrapped around our guy, and I didn't quite get what the explanation was. It didn't seem to make sense, but they must have had a reason. And then it's just some minor things, but right now New York is as good as any team in the NBA, and to go toe to toe, and we had a 6-point lead, and then they hit 2 threes in the last couple of minutes. I don't remember the exact sequence. Very disappointing, no question about that. But we'll just we'll learn from it.
You guys like to play fast and even kind of take pride in doing so. When it's late in a game like this and everything slows down and is much more slower pace, can it be hard to have your guys adjust to the speed change in a game like that so quickly?
Got to be aggressive, and Brunson's 3 in front of our bench where we showed and tried to get back, and Randall essentially screened out our guy who was recovering. That was a huge play. That has nothing to do with pace of the game. That's just a defensive thing, and games do slow down, but our mentality has got to be to stay aggressive and to play with pace, for a couple reasons. To allow more time to make plays and to create situations for the defense, and because it's a strength of ours.
I talked to Tyrese after the game Friday night. He said that when you're a young team, the two things you got to prove are that you can come back when you fall behind, and then you can hold a lead when you have one. And he said, obviously we've done a good job of coming back when you're falling behind, but not so much of holding leads. I guess what do you think goes in, I guess, to a young team figuring out how to do that? Obviously, this isn't a big lead as you had on Friday, but what goes into it for a team to be able to learn to really have a lead late?
Yeah, look, a lot of what you're talking about is just make or miss stuff. We had some really good looks. We had a couple that could have been better. The free throw line was a factor, and so it's just. But this is what you go through when you're building a foundation. You go through some tough, difficult learning situations, and that's what this is. And so, we'll just keep working on it. And this is as tough a week as you're going to get in the NBA probably. At Cleveland, New York at home, coming in off of 6 in a row and wiping out, Chicago twice on their home floor. Boston and then Miami. And so this is a great test for us, and we need to keep throwing this kind of effort out there. When we played Miami last week, we responded from a disappointing, poor effort against Brooklyn with a great effort that didn't, result in a win. We hung with it and played hard and got to win the next game. It's just against Golden State, and that's what we got to do. This kind of approach and this kind of concentration and commitment to each other and all that kind of stuff is what it's about, and this is the culture that we're building. It's not. I'm not using the excuse of a rebuild. That's not what it is. These are just realities, and I've got to deal with them the right way too. You know, I got to see things as they are, not worse than they are. And then we've got to have a plan to make them better. And so that's what we'll do.
What just impressed you about Aaron tonight, especially the defense he gave on Randall? I think he had 11 in the first quarter, and I think he really slowed down after that. Just what do you think Aaron did well on both ends tonight?
Yeah, look, Aaron had a great game. He had 23 and 10, you know. And in terms of a physical matchup, I don't know if you're going to find a more challenging one than Randall over the last 2 weeks. So thought he was just great, just a great competitive spirit, great competitive effort. And you know, he got the ball in the basket too. I mean, he's, you know, 9 for 12 with 23 points. I mean, he was tremendous. And this is one of the reasons that he's earned the opportunity to start, is that, you know, for this team and for his teammates, you know, he will run through a wall. You know, he's that kind of a team guy, and he gets really dialed into any kind of an individual challenge that you give him in a game.
What did you kind of see just tonight in terms of what went wrong to keep you from doing that?
I thought we had some good looks at it, just missed them. I felt like Miles had a wide open shot on the wing, missed it. I felt like I got what I wanted to with Randall and ISO on the right wing. So it's a make or miss league, just miss shots. So it's not a recipe to win games. So you know, we just got to figure out how we can close games better.
You said you got what you wanted on that ISO base. So what were you thinking on that play? What are you looking for? And, you know, just, you know, are you thinking basically if I get him on me, I'm shooting over? What's your sort of just total mindset there?
Yeah, just I had clear tide, so you know, I felt like the spacing was there to get what I wanted to. Felt like I got a clean look. It looked good, felt good, just didn't go. So I'll take that shot 10 times out of 10. I'll live with the result. So sure I'll get it again and it'll fall next time.
Ty, you guys play pretty fast, take pride in that being, you know, kind of your identity offensively. When that's late in the game and it slows down like that, do you feel like it can be hard for you guys to kind of adjust or be prepared for a slower half-court kind of style like that?
No, I don't think so necessarily. I mean, yeah, we slowed down in the fourth, you know, because you're attacking mismatches and things like that. But I feel like we were getting wide open shots today. Miles missed a couple, I missed a couple. It just happens, you know. But no, I'm not really concerned about the pace that we're playing in the fourth. We just got to make shots and get stops.
What does it take to regroup when the other team's going on a run in the fourth quarter? Is it one person? Is it a timeout? Is it a team effort? What do you feel like it takes to make that happen?
I mean, whatever the case may be, whether it's answering with a bucket, if you got to call timeout, you got to call timeout. But just responding the right way.
One bright spot today was Aaron had his first career double-double. Rick said he's the type of guy who'll run through a brick wall for his team. What can you say about the way he played today?
Yeah, he played really good today. He spaced the floor. I thought he did a good job on Julius. Obviously, there's a size difference there, but you know, I thought he did a really good job. Was physical all night. Made it tough on him. I mean, Julius is a good player, so whatever the end stats and results look like, I felt like he did a good job. And he just had a good game, so just excited for him. You see him growing every day. Obviously, he's got a new, fresh opportunity here in Indiana, and just excited for him to, you know, take advantage of that.
One of the big plays he has, I think, was the offensive rebound. When Miles missed the second, he managed to track that thing down, force a jump ball. I mean, just the little stuff he does, you know, in moments like that. How much of that you think that helped you guys?
Yeah, I want to say about Aaron is he's a hustle player. He makes, you know, he does the little things that are needed for teams to win games. He guards the best player. He rebounds offensively and defensively, crashes the glass. You know, makes shots when need to, and that's a winning player in this league. So, you know, it's just what he does.
Yeah, how did it feel for the first night back?
Felt good over there. Being back with my teammates, you know, with the team, felt great.
What would you expect, I guess, in terms of, you know, what it was going to be like, basically, and what was just, you know, the experience like, just getting back?
I'm just going with the flow, you know. I'm just glad that I'm back, and whatever happens.
Would you feel like you did well?
Yeah.
What did you feel like went well for you?
I think I moved well. I think I play okay with my teammates. Yeah.
Anything you were trying to focus on in terms of fitting in, impacting the game in a certain way, or just getting back into that?
Just go out there and play. Just go out there and play. Do what I do every time I step on.
What did you learn about this team when you had to watch them from the sidelines for, you know, the last month?
How connected we are, you know, how hard we're playing, and you know, we're playing for each other.
How did going to the Mad Ants and getting those game reps in help you prepare for tonight?
For sure. Going out there, that was a great opportunity. That I appreciate the opportunity. Them allowed me to go down there and be part of those 2 games, and I feel like that helped me to get in shape. Helped me to test my ankle, helped me a lot.